Hey everybody, welcome back to One Seed, One World. So today I wanted to talk about an issue that might come up when you are growing seeds indoors. Okay, well, or outdoors as well. And that is the appearance of green algae or an algae-like substance that's growing on top of your soil. Why does this happen? Do you have to worry about it, and will it hurt your plants? So it is an algae that's growing on top of your soil. And why does this happen? Well, it's a result of heat and moisture. The same thing that makes your seeds sprout and start to grow is also what algae needs to grow. The thing is with algae is it's too wet. This could be caused by overwatering, and not only overwatering though. In my case, I bottom water my plants. That if you saw the previous videos where I was setting up my seeds and whatnot and planting, where I put these pots in just a tray. The pots have holes in them. I put the water in and it soaks up, wicks up from the bottom as the pot needs it. Now, if the water sits in there too long, then that can cause it to get too wet. But the problem I am running into, because I don't have any water in the bottom here right now, is that with the lights and then the plastic over my mini greenhouses, it builds up quite a warm, humid environment in there. And sometimes that can cause the whole kind of environment to be too moist and make the top of your soil too damp. So there's a couple ways that you can combat this. One, you could set up some sort of like little fan that blows across your seedlings, and that will help kind of keep the soil more dry. You just have to make sure that your soil doesn't completely dry out, but it will keep it dry enough so that the algae can't grow. Two, you could, like if you have it in a greenhouse like mine, you could lift it, open up the door to air it out some for about an hour or two a day. But if you've already got the growth of algae going on, there's a couple ways that you can get rid of it. Actually, yeah, we'll discuss three ways. One, you can just dump out the dirt and replace it with all new dirt. But if you've got seeds that you're waiting to sprout, or if you've got new seedlings in there, that could cause a lot of stress and harm the future of your potential crop. So another option is that you can use good old-fashioned cinnamon. Just ground cinnamon. You can sprinkle that on some of the affected areas, and that is a natural deterrent for algae, and it won't hurt your plants. A third option is that you can make a water and 3% peroxide solution. The hydrogen peroxide that you get in the grocery store, just double check to make sure that it's 3%. It should say it right on the front of the bottle. Mix that, about a tablespoon per cup of water really. And you can spray that on, and the hydrogen peroxide will help get rid of that algae without damaging your plants as well. Now, is the algae itself harmful? Yes and no. No, because it's not like some kind of weird fungus that's gonna just kill off your seedlings. Where it is, or could be a potential problem, is the algae also wants to grow and eat just like your plants do. So it's going to compete with your little seedlings or your potentially growing seeds for the nutrients in the soil and the water in the soil. And that can make the algae grow and over time overtake the top of the soil and choke out your plants, or it could leave the underside of that algae covered topsoil too damp below, and then the roots could rot out on your new seedling. If you run into having some algae growing on top of your soil, don't panic. You can fix it. And if you get ahead of it in time, you don't have to worry about it taking over the whole thing. Now, I've got some spots here on my artichoke pots, so I am going to add cinnamon to mine and kind of stir up the soil a little bit and monitor it for a few days to make sure it all goes away. So, algae in your soil, you can take care of it. It's not a huge deal. If you have any questions or comments about it, or what you've done to get rid of algae on your pots before, or your soil before, feel free to put a comment below. But whatever's going on in your neck of the woods, I hope it's working out fantastic for you and that all your new 2022 seeds are growing well. But thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me again today. See you again soon. Namaste.